Man, I really love people on Twitter, especially leftists, because they freak out over trivial things, and when it comes to a serious problem, they just ignore it. So what did they freak about now? Like, I actually got DMs from a lot of leftists and said, look, V, America is becoming fascists. It's like Mussolini himself took control over the United States of America, and he is implementing his ideology. He wants the state and the corporations to work hand in hand. He wants everything within the state, nothing outside the state. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? Well, you see, Donald Trump and the Republican Party want to make Trump derangement syndrome an official mental health disorder. And I was like, hold on a little bit. Just a little bit. Wouldn't that make America communist? Because that's what the Soviet Union would do. That's not something that Italy would do. Like, Italy under Mussolini would do many things, but this ain't it, bro. No, that's the Soviet. That's the Stalin way of thinking. So in the Soviet Union, if you criticize the regime, they would declare, in some cases, that you're mentally ill. Because only a mentally ill person would be against communism. Only a mentally ill person would be against the dictator. And being mentally ill in the Soviet Union came with consequences. It meant you would be locked up in a mental asylum. Seriously, look it up on Wikipedia. It's called punitive psychiatry. So, why would this be important? Well, first of all, it's good optics, right? Like, it looks good from the international community. They're not persecuting journalists. They're not persecuting activists. They're not persecuting ideologues or book writers. It's just like these people are so smart that their brain is under a lot of stress, and it just happens that their brain went, and now the government is helping them, right? Like, they're putting them in mental asylums for their own benefit because they're ill. And so once you're in the mental institute, you get put up on drugs and you get to stay in a bed in a vegetative state forever. You can't use a lawyer to get you out because it's not a legal issue, it's a medical issue. And so, you can't have like a lawyer to go to a doctor to tell the doctor that you didn't do anything because, like, the person is not accused of doing anything. They just happen to be mentally ill. And so, like, this is not something that the fascists would do. No. This is what the communists would do around the Soviet bloc. Like, when they had someone that was a problem, they would declare them as mentally ill, and then they would put them in a mental institute. To be fair, I saw it in the European Union as well with Le Pen. Like, there were questions about Le Pen's mental sanity in the papers. And I've seen this done towards Trump at a smaller level. Like, there were publications that were questioning Trump's sanity. But like, if that happened in the Soviet Union, isn't this the same? Isn't this the same? No, it's not, because America doesn't have mental asylums, right? So, like, even if the government was to pass a law, as if, again, government officials can legislate medical diagnostics, it still wouldn't cause any effects because there's no mental asylum for you to be placed under. But secondly, and most importantly, this is a shitpost. Democrats do these types of legislative shitposts all the time. The last time they did a shitpost like this was to pass a law that would imprison men for masturbating because, if you're pro-life and you jerk off, you're killing the sperm. That's a shitpost from the Democrats, right? Like, it's an inside joke. They get it, we don't. They're laughing, we're poker-faced, But, like, to freak out over shitposts, like, can't you calm your tits? Can't you calm down just a little bit? The reason they're not calming down is because I think they understand that the Republicans are onto them. Because if you actually read what the law says and you ignore the title, they're not saying that if you criticize Donald Trump, you're mentally ill. What they are saying is that if you verbal express intense hostility towards the president and supporter, right? So they're talking about overt acts of aggression and violence against anyone supporting President Trump. So, like, if you go down and you burn someone else's Tesla, that's when they're saying you're mentally ill, and I'm sorry to say, but I'm starting to agree with their point of view. Like, imagine this, right? Like, there is a dumb citizen, a moron, that bought into the whole leftist environmentalist shtick. And he's like, I'm going to buy an electric car in order to save the planet, right? And the moron spent like $50,000 in order to buy an electric vehicle to save the planet, which doesn't, like at this point, does it even deserve saving if these people exist on it, you know? Like, just let climate change take its course. Because there's leftists on planet Earth and they're not going away, so just let climate change take its course. See, I can shitpost as well. That's a joke, by the way, don't freak out. But anyway, right? That person bought an electric vehicle because he believed in the leftist propaganda. 6 years later, Donald Trump manages to win the presidency and Elon Musk gets associated with his administration. So now, like, the leftist all of a sudden doesn't want to save the planet anymore. All of a sudden wants to burn down electric vehicles, and they're burning down that moron's car. What exactly did he do to deserve it, you dumb fuck? Like, maybe he's not even a Trump supporter. Maybe he doesn't even vote for the Republicans. But you think it's acceptable to burn down his car. And there have been cases of this. And when you go on Reddit, they're justifying it. How is that not a mental illness? Like, that is not the normal, healthy functioning of a human brain. You're terrorizing your own citizens, you dumbass. How would you like it if they terrorized you? You wouldn't like it, right? Because we know you'd immediately go, oh my goodness, terms of service violation. Oh, HR lady, get this man fired. Oh my God, I'm not feeling safe, right? That's what happens when it's happening to you. But you don't know, you don't know how to be tolerant, how to reciprocate, to be like, okay, it's going to be 4 years of Trump, and after that, we're going to have another say in it. No, like, you would rather show that the entire environmentalist movement is a grift in the sense that you don't believe in it. It's like, okay, Elon Musk, you know, he's not on your side of the politics, but he's making electric cars, and I thought that saving planet Earth is more important than everything, right? Like, saving planet Earth is so important that I should pay more taxes, I should give up my own air conditioning, but you can't give up your power for 4 years. So in another situation, it's not that important, is it? At least to you, like from your actions, from what you're describing. And so, yeah, it's a good thing. You know what? Fuck it. I would support this bill. Yeah, like, get the Republicans to say that anyone that commits act of violence towards Trump or his supporters is mentally ill. Although, you know what? I'm kind of torn. I'm kind of torn because if you assume someone is mentally ill, it means that they're not being in charge of their own faculties, right? Like, they're not being in charge of their own actions. They don't know what they're doing. So I don't know if I legitimately want to go there. Because I think they know what they're doing. I think, like, there is the possibility that these people are just plain evil. Like, you can't rationalize how supporting environmentalism one day and justifying why every single person on planet Earth has to lower their lifestyle, has to lower their living conditions, has to lower their privacy, and all the package of censorship that comes with environmentalism. And then the next day you decide to burn down electric cars and you're like, okay, well, fuck the planet. Like, make up your mind, you know? Anyway, let me know what you guys think. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.